Hello friends, and welcome to today's episode. This classic story is one of those magical stories that can't be made in a Disney studio. During the Dare to Love hour of the Kelly Clarkson Show, this story came to life. Clarkson says that the segment shines the light on people who chose to love when it would have been easy for them to just walk away. Stacey Jennings was the guest, and she sure had a lot to say. In downtown Portland, Oregon, she was walking down a street. There, she saw a homeless man who looked a lot like her son. With that as motivation, she chose to love him instead of just passing him by like most of us would. The man's name was John, and Jennings stopped to talk with him. Jennings felt compelled to ask him about his mother and how long it had been since he had talked to her. "It's been a long time," he said. She remembered saying, "I really want you to call her and tell her you're okay." He said, "If I can use your phone, I'll call her right now." After a couple of emotional minutes on the phone, John told Jennings that his mother, Kelly, wanted to talk to her on speakerphone. Kelly asked Jennings if she could hug her son at that point. John told his mother, "Mom, she doesn't want to hug me because I'm dirty and smelly." They both laughed. Jennings hugged John after John hesitated. "It was like hugging my own son," she said to Cheers. But this story was just getting started. Jennings couldn't stop thinking about his mom after he and John broke up. She finally got the nerve to call her. During their short talk, she found out how many things she and he had in common. John's oldest brother was a detective, and John's youngest son was a deputy sheriff. John is a recovering addict who is having trouble, and Jennings' oldest son is also a recovering addict who is having trouble. Jennings liked John even more because of how well they got along. She remembered that she wanted to find him for her. "I felt like I really needed to do more." Jennings and her husband drove downtown and quickly found John by going with their guts. Then they made him an amazing offer to move in with them, and he took them up on it. Jennings remembered that John had said, "It's starting to feel really good to feel normal again," which made him feel good. Clarkson asked Jennings at that point in the story if she had ever met Kelly. She said that she hadn't, but that she would love to meet her someday. The first sweet surprise is here. Kelly ran out, excited to meet the woman who had saved her son. They tightened their embraces like old friends. "I don't have a sister, so I call her my sister now. We have so much in common," Kelly said, adding, "She's been my guardian angel or John's guardian angel." She told him that she hadn't heard from her son in months before they spoke. It was hard to deal with the stress, but a mother is strong. Days became weeks, and then weeks became months. "So, of course, I thought the worst, and all I could do was pray that he was okay and hope I didn't get that terrible call," Kelly said. Then she thought back to how it felt to pick up the phone and hear her son's voice. "I was having one of those I need a good cry days, and when my phone rang, it was John. I was so sad. I asked him a million questions." Clarkson then asked Kelly how long it had been since she'd seen her son. Kelly said it had been almost 2 years. The second sweet surprise was even better than the first. "Here's the thing. John is here, and he can't wait to see his mom in person. Are you ready for this, John? Come on out." After his mom gave him a big hug, he turned to Jennings and said, "I'm not stinky and dirty anymore." They then gave each other a big hug. John was in disbelief. "I'm lucky, the luckiest person in the world. I've noticed that wherever I go, good hearts find other good hearts and come together." Then Clarkson asked John if he had anything he wanted to ask his mom, and he proposed. "I really just wanted to know if I could go home for a little while," he said. The crowd went wild with applause when Mom said yes. Jennings saw John not only as a person with value in and of himself, but also as the son of a worried mother. But that moment set John on a whole new path in life when he had no hope before. And to think that everything started because someone was brave enough to care. We should all find the courage to be so brave and see what magic we can make. That's it for today, friends. Please let us know what you think about this story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in next time for more amazing stories.